Welcome to Tips for Working Women in Business. Now these are tips for women working in organizations that are male dominated. This will help influence those men in the organization. Here are my qualifications and my credentials. I've had a whole lot of experiences in a whole lot of different places. And I've been around the block a few times. Late in my management career in business, I made a startling discovery. That discovery was that women can do a very, very good job on their own. In many cases, a better job than a man in an equivalent situation. Now before that, I didn't properly treat women in business as partners, as I should have. And I feel guilty about this, and because I have this guilt, I've written several workbooks called Success Programs for Women in Business. And the idea of the workbooks is to level the playing field, especially if you work in a male-dominated organization. Now these tips are better communication tips, how do you treat men, how do you approach them, and things like that. And this videotape has a selection of tips that will show you what's in each workbook. Hope you can use them. These tips are designed to level the playing field with the men in your organization. Okay, the first tip is have a career plan. Figure out in your organization what position you'd like to work toward, even though it's 5 or 6 years from now. Determine what you need to do to get there from here, and then record these on a piece of paper and review it with your manager and also human relations. Okay, when dealing with the men in your organization, you need to avoid certain phrases. Let's talk is one of those. Now, men consider that as something that can't be changed anyway, and it's a waste of time to even talk about it. So don't use those phrases. There's several other communication techniques that you need to avoid, and they're found in Program 3. I'll tell you about that a little later on. Okay, the next tip is about your job. Now, you may not really like your job, but make it as meaningful as possible. Look for ways to become a much more valuable employee. Go beyond your normal job description. Look at your job from the standpoint of really creating value for the organization. Rewrite your job description, discuss it with your boss, and move forward. Okay, to fit in with your career plan and your new meaningful job, be different. Be distinctive. Work on something that you need to improve. Pick out some adjectives. What do you want to be? Do you want to be more dependable, more creative? Pick out a weakness and then work on that. And make a business card and have that in there. If you like the tips, you'll like these workbooks. The tips are from the workbooks. There's 6 of them, as you see there. And they're available as an email attachment. Here's the email address. Only $9.95 for each workbook, payable through PayPal. Well, this concludes the tips for this session. Hope you can put them to good use. And I'll have a new set of tips in about 3 weeks. Hope to see you then. These have been tips for working women, for those women in male-dominated organizations. Thank you for watching.